everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my October favorites. I haven't done an October favorites in what feels like, well, actually I haven't done an October favorites in a year, but I haven't done like a regular favorites video, like a monthly favorites video since July. So it's been several months. Some of these products I've been loving for more than just October, but for the sake of trying to get back with the monthly theme, today we're going to be talking about what I've really been loving from this month, some new, some old. So yeah, if you guys want to see my October roundup, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. So I have to give a shout out to this palette. This was actually the first thing that came to mind when I sat down to film this video today, and that is the Mini Nubian by Juvia's Place. The Nubian palette, I think, is Juvia's Place like signature OG palette. It's a bigger palette. This is just like the mini version, but it really set the tone for, I think, a lot of warm tone eyeshadow palettes that came out on the market. It came out a few years ago. Juvia's Place shadows are very pigmented, very creamy. These aren't actually the most creamy shadows I've ever used in my life, but with that being said, they still have a good amount of payoff. They're cruelty-free, designed and formulated in the US, and it's a pressed pigment palette. So I will give you some swatches right now. Look how beautiful these are. This is just like a quintessential fall palette. I've used it in like a fall get ready with me, but oh my god, this shade in particular just makes my heart sing. Ever since I wore this in the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip versus e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer Wear Test, which I will link that video down below, I have not stopped thinking about buttery, warm eyeshadow shades. Like, look at this. Like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. Actually, I think it was this shade that I wore in that video all over my lid, or maybe it was this one, I can't really remember, but warm copper tone eyeshadows is like pretty much all I think about these days. And these don't have names, but it's this shade right here and then this shade right here. I just think, especially for brown eyes, it complements my eye color so well. And prior to that, I loved like purple eyeshadow. I thought purple eyeshadow was the best like complementer to like brown eyes, but honestly, warm, rusty, orange terracotta shades are just as beautiful. They make your eyes really pop. I wasn't even wearing falsies or any liquid liner or anything like that, or any even like kohl liner on my upper lid, and my eyes still look so nice. I really loved my makeup from that day, but I just love the way these blend. I love that you can travel with this. I'm actually going to be traveling with this when I go to Dallas in a couple of weekends. By the time you watch this video, it'll be next weekend, and I will be bringing this with me because I just love the compactness of this. I love the portability. I love how small it is, and I love that you get enough for a full look, and it's just perfect for fall. It's the perfect mini fall palette, and I'm obsessed. Another makeup product that I've had in my collection for several years, but honestly just started recently using it, is the Catrice Prime and Fine Duo Stick. This is for medium skin, and they have a highlighting shade, which honestly I never really use, but I'll swatch it for you anyway. This is just kind of like a matte cream highlighter. It's not really like the same kind of highlighter that you apply to like the top of the cheekbone. Like this one, it's not going to give you like any reflect. It's just to kind of shape and sculpt your face. But the contouring stick is really what I love, and you can see I'm pretty much almost done. I've had this for several years, but I never used to use it consistently, and I know cream contouring, cream products in general are just a huge trend these days, so maybe that's why I've fallen back in love with it. But I used it today, and what I love about this is that it's so pigmented, but it's so easy to just like blend out and give you that nice sculpt. I contoured my cheekbones and I contoured my nose with this, and actually I've been doing this thing lately where I actually learned it from Kristen Dominique. She did this whole video on like new versus old contouring techniques, and I took this and I contoured my eyes. So basically what I did was, and I can show you guys in a future like get ready with me or tutorial or whatever, I took this stick and I ran it down the side of my nose and then up, basically following the brow bone and dragging it out. And that kind of gives you that shadow and that definition and dimension, like right up here. You can see it's like very subtle, but it looks kind of like snatched and gives you a little bit more oomph than normal. And it's definitely not something that you need to do every day by any means. It's definitely more of like a going out kind of glam thing. But honestly, with this, it's so easy to do every day that I've just been doing it when I do random casual makeup looks. So I've been really loving this for that reason. I love how easy it is to blend out, and I love how affordable and creamy it is. So I don't know if I've spoken about this in a favorites video before, but I need to give it a shout out if I haven't, because this concealer has been such a go-to concealer of mine over the past few months. This is the Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito All Day Full Coverage concealer, and I have mine in the shade light medium. This is a great long wearing concealer. I truly enjoy it. The formula is not as like thin and liquidy as something like the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit pastier, if that makes sense, but in a really nice way. It's a concealer I'm wearing on my eyes today, or under my eyes. I use it to highlight, you know, my under eyes and the center of my face and all that jazz, because it is a lighter shade for me. But this truly does not budge. This truly lasts a really, really long amount of time, and it blends out so seamlessly, so smoothly. It leaves you a nice satin finish. It's not super matte. It kind of reminds me of the Sheglam concealer that I tried in the last video, but this is actually a little bit more matte, and I find a little bit more full coverage and long wearing than the Sheglam one. But they kind of apply in a similar way. They actually have very similar like wands, like doe foot applicators. I keep referencing my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's not as matte as that one. That one is like bulletproof, true 16-hour wear, a holy grail of mine, but it does last a really good amount of time. So you can see I applied it and it pretty much like dried down. So it's gonna really last a long time, especially when you set it. So I really recommend if you're looking for a good full coverage concealer. Honestly, I've worn this in several different contexts that have put my makeup through the ringer, sweating, you know, out and about, all that jazz. And this truly stays on. So I really enjoy it and I highly recommend it. Okay, so kind of shifting gears to like body care, or let's do like face care. What is that? Skincare. Well, technically your whole body is skin, but you know, skincare for your face. I have been really loving this toner and I've been using it for a few months now. You can see I'm almost halfway done. This is a Biossance Squalane and BHA Pore Minimizing Toner, plant-derived squalane. Facial toner visibly tightens large pores. It's in a nice glass component, looks like this, and you can get Biossance off Sephora. Biossance is a really nice cruelty-free brand. I've enjoyed a couple of their products. They're known for having squalene in their products. I think that's kind of like their claim to fame. Could be completely wrong, but from what I've noticed, a lot of the products that I've seen or tried have squalene in it, which is a really great ingredient to moisturize and hydrate your skin. But yeah, this is basically like a toner that you would use. You put it on a cotton ball and you just put it on your face. I use this every other day. I alternate this with my Kylie Milk Toner. This is a little bit more intense than that. So it's $28 and you do get 4 fluid ounces. Clarifies, hydrates, so it has raw white willow bark, which is a powerful source of natural BHAs, inflammation calming, dead skin dissolving, and texture smoothing. So yes, that exfoliation is why I honestly don't use it every day, because I don't like to really exfoliate my skin every day, but that willow bark is great for those of you who have texture, who have acne scarring, and that's why if you use this in the morning during the day, they recommend you follow it up with sunscreen so that your skin doesn't get damaged by the sun, because once you exfoliate, you subject your skin to more damage if you don't like put sunscreen on top of it. But I only use this at night. It can sting your skin. It is an exfoliant, but it's not super duper powerful like a chemical peel. I just love how clarifying it is. And I swear there's something so satisfying about using toner and then like using a cotton pad or a cotton ball and then like seeing like all the dead skin and the dirt and the leftover makeup after. It just makes you feel super duper clean. Anyway, I really enjoy it and I really recommend it. $28 is definitely up there, but it's not super crazy and I think it's worth it. The toner that I do use during the day is actually the Pacifica C&C Brightening Mist. Active hydration and radiance, vitamin C and kelp oil. This is for all skin types. And if you've been watching my channel, you guys know that I love the ColourPop Mellow Milk. Typically that would be the facial spray that I use in the morning, but I ran out of that and I had bought this in a sale, so I just brought this out instead. And I really enjoy it. It really makes your face like glowy. Like, I love the mist. It smells really nice. Like, it definitely has a little bit of a sweeter smell. It truly kind of does leave your skin a little bit more bright. And I know brightening is kind of like placebo, like it's not something that you can like see night and day necessarily, but especially in the morning after you have slept all night and you wash your face and you like doing your skincare and you need like that pick me up to get your day started. This is such a nice addition to your skincare routine. It also says on the directions that you can spray on your foundation brush or sponge to use with foundation for extra moisture. I've never tried it that way. I'm not really like a facial spray to like foundation application kind of girl because I have oily skin, so I don't need any more dewiness or hydration. But yeah, it's a great pick me up during the day too, so I really enjoy this and it's affordable. Another skincare product that I'm pretty much almost out of is the Bliss Block Star Invisible Daily Sunscreen. I have tried so many different sunscreens and I feel like so many of them end up in my favorites videos because I just I love like a lot of sunscreen, and I'm lucky that a lot of them that I've tried make the cut. It's 100% mineral sunscreen, non-comedogenic, SPF 30. I personally only use physical sunscreen, so this has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. This has like 5 stars on Ulta. You can get Bliss at Ulta. It will make your face lighter, but it's not gonna give you a super duper harsh white cast because it is flesh toned. Now, this is something I personally only use sunscreen by itself. I don't use it in tandem with the moisturizer because I find that the sunscreen is pretty much moisturizing enough for me on its own. It has a really nice, pleasant, like light citrusy scent, and it's also a nice kind of addition to your morning. It's not a really thick, pilly sunscreen that like applies like a pore smoothing primer. It's not super duper hydrating. It's kind of like one of those products that's better when you press it into your skin as opposed to rubbing it. You get more mileage if you press it in, because if you squirt it out and then you rub it, you kind of find that it fades and sinks into your skin really quickly, if that makes any sense. It's one of those things you'll have to try to really fully like understand what I'm saying, because I'm sure I'm not explaining it right. But with that being said, it's really nice. I haven't experienced any irritation with it. I love the scent, and I love that it just sinks into your skin. Now, I will always venture out and try other sunscreens because I just want to see what the best is out there. I have repurchased a couple in the past before. I would definitely repurchase this, but I'm actually going to be picking up another sunscreen during the Sephora VIB sale upcoming, which yes, I will be purchasing stuff and doing a haul, so I'm excited for that. But they don't have Bliss at Sephora, so I will be picking up a different sunscreen. But yeah, if you try this, let me know your thoughts. I really enjoy it. Next up, in terms of creams, is the Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte whipped hand cream. If you guys have been paying attention, I did not do a fall Bath & Body Works haul, like all in full meal deal on my channel this year, but I have been doing random mini hauls on my Instagram. It's just Ashley B. Wong. If you go to the hauls highlight on my page, you will see me post like little hauls that I do. I did one of Bath & Body Works when I went and purchased a few things. I did one of Ulta. So when I do hauls that are like small enough that don't warrant like a full YouTube video, I will try to do it over on Instagram, just to give you guys like a little something, because I do like sharing with you and hearing from you on the things that I bought. But anyway, this is the Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte Whipped Hand Cream. I've been using this every single day, and I love the Bath & Body Works hand creams. I feel like honestly, they've kind of improved. They're not super duper thick anymore. This is definitely a more lightweight formula than what we've experienced in the past. Now, I love the fact that they were rich and thick before. Me, just kidding, minus the rich. This is definitely something that I feel like more people would enjoy because it is hydrating, but it's not gonna leave that thick, like suffocating texture on your skin, if you know what I mean. Like it sinks in, your hands feel hydrated for hours, but it doesn't leave that like veil of like greasiness, which I personally really enjoy. I had Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte in a body cream before, and I really enjoyed it, especially since my body cream right now, my body lotion is just a regular aromatherapy one. I'm missing that kind of seasonal touch, so I have it in a hand cream, which thank God. Yeah, but vitamin E, coconut oil, yeah, light and fluffy. It really is light and fluffy. Before, the hand creams did not say light and fluffy because they weren't light and fluffy. So they did change this. Anyone can confirm, maybe? Speaking of fun fall things, I have to talk about slime, guys. Yes, TikTok made me buy it, but this is the second slime now that I purchased. Snoop Slimes on TikTok is one of the best slime accounts. Now, Apple Cider Donuts, I just got this one in, and I also have pumpkin pie. That one I keep in my office. Slime is such a great way. I know it's like touted for kids, but honestly, I am 25 years old, soon to be 26, and I have anxiety. It's the new fidget spinner, I feel like, for any age. The only thing I don't particularly enjoy about this Snoop Slimes packaging, I love the presentation. I love everything that this brand does. The scent's just on point. Oh my God. It smells so good, but it comes with these little add-ons. Like, so for example, before I mix everything together, normally it comes with like little accessories. So Apple Cider Donuts came with like a little like squishy donut and some sprinkles and some frosting that you like mix and incorporate with the slime. But I just mix it all together, and it comes in this extra tin. So by the time you mix everything together, it does not fit in this normal tin. So that's the only like con of it all, because it doesn't fit and you're stuck with like, okay, like the other one I had to put in a different container, which kind of defeats the whole like aesthetic purpose in my opinion. But I just love doing this, honestly, guys. It feels so good. And it's just such a nice thing when you're like working or you just want to release some stress. It sounds silly, but I promise it's not. There's so many different slime shops these days. Snoop Slimes comes out with literally so many new slimes every week, and you have to like order right when she restocks because she sells out in like minutes. And it smells so good. It's just such a nice like immersive experience. I'm like, the only thing I will say is that your hands do get sticky. The number one ingredient of slime is glue, and like, yes, like it's not going to like fully stick to your hand, but especially if they're not clean, like for example, like I should have washed my hands after I put the lotion on, because the oils can affect it. There will be like little like residue things that like stick. Sorry, see, now I have to like get all the excess off, but it does settle back in. Once you like put it back in the container, it does get pretty sticky. So you always have to like wash your hands after to get all like the pieces off. Every time you play with it, you'll lose a little bit, right? Because it gets stuck to your fingers or whatever, but that's okay because there's a lot. And so now I'm gonna go wash my hands because I need to, but it's worth it every time. It's like a fun, malleable stress ball.
A few moments later.
Okay, hands are washed. Anyway, we have 2 more products to get through. I wanna give a shout out to the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in the scent Moroccan Rose. I do really enjoy Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrubs. I've spoken about lots of them on my channel before. I know they're a huge thing on TikTok, but I honestly had never really thought about trying the Moroccan Rose one. Like I would have never picked this up myself because I'm not too big on like artificial rose scented things. However, I did get this as a housewarming gift as part of like a cute little package. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I love my bathtub. I take baths every other day. They're honestly a necessity for me. And somehow in this scrub, it smells divine. It doesn't smell like that fake powdery old lady, no offense to the old ladies, but you know what I mean? Like it doesn't smell like that powdery, overly artificial rose scent. It smells really, really nice, really luxurious. It's like that creamy, sweet rose. They're made with shea butter and Moroccan argan oil. I love lathering this all over my body and just feeling how soft my skin feels after. It's really nice. My last favorite is also from Shein, and this is the best makeup eraser dupe ever. Makeup eraser is, I think like the name brand of like the big makeup removing towel that you just literally wet with water and then you clean your face and it removes all your makeup so easily. I actually did a first impression on that video. I will link it below, but I saw this on Shein, I think for like $3 to $5, and I was like, oh, I might as well try it. I tried it last night, hence why it's dirty. It is just as soft. I swear it is the same thing because it's got like that smoothing side and it's got like the exfoliating side. Like you can see a little bit of the difference in texture. So you're supposed to technically go in with this side first, and then if you want a little bit more of like a scrub, you go in with this side, even though they're both very soft, but it's just a little bit of a difference in like the texture of the fiber. Honestly, I'm sorry, makeup eraser, you don't need makeup eraser once you have this because it's so inexpensive and it truly does the same thing. It took off all my full face yesterday with such ease. And honestly, if you gave me this purple towel and a makeup eraser purple towel, didn't have the label, no indicator at all, I would not be able to tell the difference. I washed it before I used it, obviously, and I recommend you do so because that was a mistake I made with a makeup eraser towel. I didn't do that, so it stained really easily after. But I've heard that if you wash it first and then you use it before your first time, that is, then it won't be as prone to staining. So we'll see how well this washes out. I swear they have like the same manufacturer or something going on because it literally is voodoo, it's magic, and I wanted to share this with you because it is a fraction of the cost of the makeup eraser actual towel. The only con is that you can obviously only buy this online, right? Because it's Shein, it's not like at Sephora or Ulta or wherever else I sell makeup eraser. But yes, this is awesome and such a good dupe, and I'm so happy I have it. All right, everybody, and that was it for my October favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this roundup of all of my favorite products for the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, please, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye!